Everybody, I'd like to call to order the City of West Palm Beach Special Magistrate Code Enforcement Agenda for September 1st, 2021. My name is Keith Davis. I'm the Special Magistrate appointed by the City to preside over today's agenda. If you'll please silence any cell phones before we begin so they don't interrupt our proceedings, that will be appreciated. If you're going to be testifying, speaking to me about any of the matters on today's agenda, your testimony needs to be under oath, so I need to swear you in. I can swear everyone in together, so if you'll all please stand and raise your right hands. Thank you. Do each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can all have a seat. For those folks who are here, who are respondents in cases, when your case is called, you can come up to the podium to my right, and the city will be presenting the case at the podium to my left. We'll hear from the city first. The code officers will have testimony, and there may be photographs that appear on the monitors. You'll have an opportunity to look at those photographs and any other documents that are in the record. Once the city has concluded its presentation and made a recommendation on how to resolve the matter, then I'll come back over to you. You'll have an opportunity to tell me about the case. If you have additional documents or photographs that you want me to consider, that would be the time to produce those. Once I've heard everything from everybody on the case, in all likelihood I will enter an order today that resolves the matter in some form or fashion. So with that explanation, let's go ahead and get started.
First case number 1815 Florida Avenue, CE 2106027, number 1815 Florida Avenue.
Good morning. My name is Peter Emmerich. I'm here on behalf of the owner of 1815 Florida Avenue.
Okay, thank you, sir. As I just explained, I'm going to hear from the city first, and then I'll come back to you.
Sorry,
okay?
I'm new here.
Thank you.
Good morning. Attilio Belisle, Inspector for the City of West Palm Beach. Property was initially cited on June 18th, 2021. Property was cited for irrigation and plumbing work done internally on the building and on the sewer line on the outside. We received proper notice via certified mail and regular mail, posted at City Hall as well, along with proper posting on site. No permits have been applied for the irrigation or the plumbing on the interior or exterior of the home.
As of today, still no permits have been applied for?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the photographs are an accurate depiction of how how things are today?
No, everything looks complete and final and done today. The work was done without proper inspections or permits.
So it's gone to completion without any permits?
Yes.
Did I see a stop work order?
Yes. There's a stop work order that was posted on site June 18th. There it is.
What condition was the property in when the stop work order was posted?
It was complete, 100% complete.
Okay. I just asked because I saw a series of photographs that still show the work in progress. So.
Yes, that was in progress, and I gave them time in order to get the proper permits, hoping that the permits would be applied for before issuing the stop work order.
Okay, so there were conversations with the property owner or a contractor?
I think there was a general contractor that was on site, and I notified him, letting him know that the proper permits need to be obtained. But I gave it some time before issuing the stop work order.
All right, what relief are you seeking in this case?
30 days to obtain the permits and inspections. After that, $100 a day.
Okay. All right, now we'll come over. Yes, sir. Tell me again your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Sure. My name is Peter Emmerich. I live on 1701 South Flagler Drive, and I'm here on behalf of the owner of 1815 Florida Avenue. That's a good old friend, Eric Messensale, who lives in Germany. He's a German citizen who bought this house about a year and a half ago to renovate it and use it as a vacation home for his family.
May I interrupt, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Emmerich, you said you're a friend of the owner?
Yes.
And does he know that you're here today
Yes,
representing
I have a
him?
power of attorney.
And has he given you the authority to resolve this issue on behalf of him?
No, I am here to ask for more time for him because he wants to resolve the issue when he's allowed to come into the country again once the COVID restrictions have been lifted.
Did I hear you that you said you had a power of attorney?
Yes,
Can I see that?
sure.
Any objection to, okay. Let's make that document part of the record, though, if it hasn't already been provided to the city. Is this the original document, sir?
It is, yes. I'll be happy to provide a copy.
All right, yeah, we'll need to have a copy of this included in the record so that you can
Sure.
proceed on behalf of the respondent. Go ahead.
So the owner, knowing that he wouldn't be able to travel to the country because of the COVID restrictions, employed a contractor early on. We are aware that in June, the city let us know that a couple of permits had not been pulled or were pending. The contractor said he would take care of it. We did not hear anything about it actually until the closing of most of the permits, where the final was okayed by the city. And only after that we got this notice of violation, when basically the contractor had already finished his work. Unfortunately, between contractor and owner there was a dispute at the end, so they did not end in good terms. So we're not sure if the contractor just ignored the open things or truly thought that there was nothing else to be done. In any case, it came to as a total surprise to the owner that there were still 4 open issues. The irrigation, we understand that was a mistake on our side. We thought permits had been pulled previously because this was only an irrigation repair, not a new irrigation installation. And we were not aware that there was never a permit basically from the time before he owned the house. The other issues we have to solve because we actually are completely surprised. But we only got the notice 2 weeks ago. We knew we would not be able to solve all the 4 problems. So we're asking for more time to solve them all. We're aware that they have to be solved. And for the electric work, I already have all the permits from the company directly who did it. I also have the final okay from the contractor. But there's 2 issues that we didn't know about, which we have to solve.
Excuse me, sir. Electrical isn't a part of this equation. That was resolved.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, the only thing that was before
Just
me
plumbing,
is
just
the
plumbing.
irrigation and the internal plumbing and the external sewer plumbing.
Right, correct.
Those are the
Then those
issues
are
that
the
are
two
before me.
issues.
So the city's recommending that you be given 30 additional days. How much additional time are you requesting?
Can the owner himself ask for these permits and close them? Because he would
No.
love to do it himself now. Or does it has to go through the
I'll let the-
contractor?
The
Mr. Morale,
owner, if he's not personally occupying the space, cannot obtain those permits as an owner builder.
Right.
The irrigation permit is a turnaround permit. That permit, because it is a residence and it's not a commercial property, that permit is turned around right away at the desk. You can have a permit today if you walked in there and applied.
Okay.
The plumbing permit for the sewer line replacement, that was, and the fixtures being changed out, that can also be issued same day.
You know, I mean, I'll be honest, sir, given that this has been going on since June, I'm short of hearing a really good reason, I'm not inclined to grant additional time beyond the 30 days. This should have been addressed several months ago.
Well, we only knew about this 2 weeks ago, so I understand. So this, we got the notice of violation taped to the door of the house. That's when I found it, when I went to have a look at the house, and this is 2 weeks ago. So I immediately called the inspector and discussed with him, and he said, well, you have to go to the hearing and ask for more time because you won't be able to solve it in this short time.
And who told you that? That the contractor that did the work?
No. I talked to Atelio
That's
Belial.
myself.
Mr. Belisle's right
Right.
here.
Yes.
Well, what I'm hearing is that these permits, the irrigation permit it's issued immediately upon application.
There's no plans required for irrigation for residential.
And
And all we would need is a small sketch for the residents and the outside structure, whatever they're planning on doing, a cabana, sewer line. Just draw a sketch and they could submit it if they had a plumbing contractor do the work.
And in your opinion, Mr. Belisle, if the respondent proceeds in good faith and moves forward with all deliberation, will 30 days be sufficient amount of time?
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me, sir?
It's fine. We'll work with 30 days.
Okay. So I do find proper notice in this case. I find that based on the evidence and the testimony, the property remains in violation as cited in the notice. I'm going to accept the city's recommendation, allow 30 additional days for the respondent to cure the violations by obtaining the necessary permits and required inspections. If compliance is not achieved within 30 days, there will be daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here's a copy of your order. Next case, number 2849 Briggs Street, CE 21070053, number 2849 Briggs Street.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Paul Tharp, plumbing inspector with the city of West Palm Beach. And we initially cited this property at 7821 for work being done without a permit. And it's been, the property has been, we obtained proper service by certified mail and regular mail and has been posted at the city hall.
So you sent certified mail and the property and City Hall were posted?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. What has permits been applied for at this point, or
No permits.
nothing? All right. And that's the structure that they did the roof work?
Yes, sir.
Is the work completed at this point, or is it still in process?
The roof has been completed.
Okay. What's city's recommendation in this case?
30 days, $100 a day.
30 days to obtain the permits and the necessary inspections to close them out?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
All right, is there anybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case?
Mr. Tharp,
Yes, ma'am?
was the property posted? I didn't hear.
Yes, the property was posted.
Thank you.
All right, so with the testimony about regarding certified mail and posting at City Hall and the property, I will find proper notice. Based on the evidence and the testimony, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 30 additional days for the respondent to cure the violations by obtaining the necessary permits and required inspections to close those permits out. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. Okay,
Thank you.
Number 14, 1003 Green Pine Boulevard, B2, CE 21070260, number 14.
Good morning. City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On July 23rd, the property at 1003 Green Pine Boulevard, Unit B2, was cited for rental license violation and certificate of use. On August 12th, 2021, the property and City Hall was posted. Certified mail was sent July 23rd. Certified mail was received July 26th. I have since been in contact with the property owner. He's trying to work through some IRS issues to obtain the rental license. With that being said, city's recommending 45 days to come into compliance or $200 a day until compliance is achieved.
All right, thank you, Mr. McFarland. Please tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Yes, my name is Roger. I represent my wife, Ho Yan Won. She's the owner. Because we are visitor, a foreigner, our English is not very good. Better, so I represent my wife.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Okay.
Yeah. We rent the property 1003B2 on July, and I do not know the rules that have the rental license before I rent. But when I know this, I search for, Mr. Paul tell me that I have to make a test ID number. So I serve with many trials. I finally did it, application to IRS to apply for 18. But the 18 is not issued at right now. So I request more days so that I can have a test ID to finish. And I'm very sorry for that, didn't know the rules here. And I will try my best to complete it. Yes.
How much additional time are you requesting? The city's recommending 45 days, which is a month and a half, which gets you through to the middle
I think 45 days is quite enough, but for security, because the IRS tell me that they can't email me or phone me, they just by mail, by letter. So I'm wondering whether there's some mistake of the letter, so that if more time is more security for me. So therefore I request 60 days for security.
I wouldn't have an objection to 60 days, Mr. McFarland. What's the city's position?
I have no objection to that. I mean, he's dealing with IRS, so it's going to take a little time due to the COVID situation. So I'm inclined to 60 days.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me, sir? Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. I do find proper notice in this case with the received certified mail and the posting, and the respondent is also present. Based on the evidence and the testimony, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I'm going to allow the respondent 60 days to bring the property into compliance. After that, there will be daily fines of $200 per day until compliance is achieved. All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
To order. Case number 37-1201 Alpha Street, CE 21070352. Number 37-1201 Alpha Street.
Morning, Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1201 Alpha Street was initially cited on 7/29/21. Certified mail was sent on 8/19/21. We do have a signed certified mail receipt on file. The property as well as City Hall was posted on 8/19/21. In addition to that, I have spoken with the property owner via phone calls on multiple occasions. This particular property is a repeat. There was a finding of fact on the initial case of CE 210500054 on 5/19/21, where the property was found in violation of Code Sections 94482A and 94487B5, which is the identical code sections that the property was cited for today. That's the reason that we are here today, because it is a repeat. There has been more than at least 10 prior occasions that I've driven by the property post the last hearing and personally observed that the same violations still exist. Due to the fact that those violations have existed more than 10 times, actually, I just have not taken pictures on every occasion. but the property was found in violation as recent as August the 30th. And so as a result of that, the city being in a repeat irreparable status, the city's requesting a one-time fine of $5,000.
Was the case 21050054, the finding of fact from May 19th, is it the same food truck, the same, pretty much the same exact
yes, sir.
thing I'm looking at in this case?
Yes, sir. In addition, it does not seem like post the last hearing after the finding of fact, the respondents or the tenants there at the property have made literally no effort to cease the activity.
All right, so I'm just looking here, you have photographs from August 30th. Are there any other dates?
Yes, sir. Actually,
Between May 19th and
well, there's attached to the case. There's probably literally like 14 photos there.
on different dates?
Yes,
Yeah, can I take
different dates,
Can I
yes,
take
sir.
a look and see what dates you have after May 19th?
After
and
May 19th.
Then between, since the finding of fact.
Right. Yes, sir. As I said, there's attached to the case that's before you today, there's probably 10 to 14 photos post the last hearing, but there actually have been more occasions that I've observed it. I didn't take a picture on every occasion, but there's certainly enough photos there to certainly verify the fact that it's a repeat violation.
When did you say the repeat violation was observed and cited?
Well, per the finding of fact on 5/19/21, shortly after that date, that's when the violations kept occurring.
All right, so I guess what I want to know is the date of the notice of repeat violation. And
Oh.
then,
When was it issued?
yes.
Okay.
And then I want to see what dates you have photographs between May 19th and August 30th.
Okay.
You said photos
Right.
for the previous
Yes.
case?
Well,
For the new case or the previous one?
for the new case.
New one? Okay.
Right. Magistrate, after the finding of fact on 5/19, the violations never ceased. I mean, it continued.
So on May 19th, if there was a finding of fact issued, that means property was in compliance on that date, so it had to
Right.
fall back into repeat violation.
Right. Yeah, after I went out and did the inspection post the 5/19 hearing, obviously there was no violations because the case was closed out. However, shortly after that, per the photos that I have attached, it started once again.
No, so you've shown me pictures from June, a picture from July, a picture from August. And your testimony is that it's constantly there?
Constantly.
Okay.
In my view, the respondents or the tenants have made little effort to cease the activity.
Okay. Has this been was this a complaint-initiated case, or was this just city observer? Like
City observed.
Okay. Okay, let me come over here from respondents. Why don't you tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
My name is Carol Williams, and this is Leo D'Angelo, and we both own the property.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a rental property. We were cited in May regarding the trucks being out on the grass. We talked to the tenants. We ended up building them pavers in the backyard so that it can always be parked in the back, and we thought everything was taken care of until August. And immediately I get a letter. We called the tenants, I'm just shocked that he wants to fine us when we responded immediately every time. We talked to him, and he did say, I talked to the owner, the renter, who's Spanish, and he says he didn't understand me. So we talked to him and said, you can't park in the grass, don't you understand? And he said, well, he parked in the grass again. He went out to visit him, and we told him, you can't, or I'm going to have to evict you. Do you not understand? This guy drives by there every single day. And we immediately handled it, so I'm just kind of shocked that he's saying this is just constantly repeat. We got something in May, we fixed it, and now this is the date is in August? And we've been working with the tenant immediately afterwards, so we addressed this issue immediately. So I just think that that's a very unfair statement, and we've talked to him too about it on the phone. So nobody's just ignored the situation. But obviously you can't kick out tenants, can you, right now? So what am I supposed to do? All I can do is talk to him. He said he understands. He says he won't do it again, and this was, I think, about a few days ago or a week ago when he went out there and told him that you just cannot park on the grass. You have to pull up your truck. There is pavers. He's taken pictures where he says they parked up towards the house where they can pull up because there are some pavers. You don't see them from the road, but there are pavers there, and they are allowed to park there. And we've told the tenants you can do that, but you can't park on the grass. But, we addressed everything right away. So that, I just think, is very unfair.
So I think there's two issues. You can't park on the unpaved area, but you also can't have the food trailer in the front yard or the side yard or in the
Right, and
swale.
we've told them that.
Okay.
They said, well, we just pulled it out for 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, but you can't park in the grass when you do that. You have to actually be in the street, which he's like, well, I didn't want to be in the road. And I go, I understand that, but you get in trouble every time you park in the grass. Even if it's for 5 minutes, he's going to take a picture.
Special Magistrate, for your tally, there's 13 documented dates in these pictures.
Okay, thank you.
We had a tenant a couple of years ago that had a truck. Same issue. I would have never even rented to these people had I known. They didn't tell me they had a food truck. But we fixed it. Okay, you got the pavers in the yard. Now don't let it happen again. But that was a couple of years ago, and that was a different tenant. Then we had a tenant for a year that didn't have any trucks, so we didn't have a problem. And now this one was a new one, and I don't know when they started. Maybe March or April, when we found out there was a problem again.
So, the pictures that I'm seeing, it's not just the trailer hitched to the van as though it was been pulled out and ready to pull away. There's plenty of pictures where it's unhitched and just sitting there. So, I'm not sure that I agree. Well, I'm sure I don't agree that the evidence establishes this was just I'm just pulling it out. It was just there for a few minutes. There's plenty of pictures. Some pictures like this one that it's hitched, but there have been plenty of others where it's not. Just for your information, as a repeat violation, the law would allow me to assess daily fines of up to, I think, $1,000 a day for every day that the property was in a repeat violation between May 19th and today. And I've seen multiple dates. The city attorney indicates there are 13. And if that's the case, that, legally I could impose a $13,000 fine. I'm not going to do that.
The next notice was August, so that's what I don't understand. Why wouldn't I have heard in June that it wasn't taken care of, or right afterwards? I never heard anything until I get a letter August 23rd, which is
So when you're in repeat violation, the law does not require the city to give you an opportunity to cure the violation. As soon as it's seen, they can schedule it for a hearing, and they can ask for daily fines from the first time it was seen in repeat status until it stops. So again, I'm not going to do that. I understand situation with a tenant and if there's somewhat of a language barrier. So let me let you finish if there's anything else you'd like to tell me, and then I'll let the city respond, and then we'll make my decision. But
I'd like to say something.
go ahead and put your name on the record, sir.
My name is Leo D'Angelo. I'm part owner of the 1201 Alpha property.
Yes, sir.
I'm a certified general contractor. For this $5,000, I could put in a circular driveway, pull permits, and do it all.
And I'm having a very, very difficult
All right.
time hearing,
Hard to
understanding you.
understand anyway, so.
My name is Leo D'Angelo, owner of 1201 Alpha Street. I'm a certified general contractor, and I could put a driveway for those $5,000 fine to remediate this problem, widen it or make a U1 or pull permits and all that.
But again, I think, the driveway might help with the violation regarding parking on unpaved areas, but it's not going to solve the issue of the food trailer being in the front,
They're not in the
the
front.
side or well, I've seen plenty of pictures where it's in the swale or on the side
Okay.
yard,
I
so.
don't disagree with that, but we did put pavers on the back, and every time I've been there, they had them there. And I have pictures to show that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't drive by there every day. I don't live close to the area, and I work, every day.
Let me ask you folks a question. Were you at the hearing on May 19th?
No.
When the order, the last order was issued?
We didn't.
I didn't know we were supposed to come. I just saw this one and it said to come, so I was like, okay, I guess we have to come to this one. I didn't
Okay.
know. I thought we just took care of it and it was done.
Mr. Williams, does the record reflect if anybody appeared on behalf of the respondent at the May 19th hearing?
I don't recall offhand if anybody, let's see. I have the order here. Let me see here.
I mean, we wouldn't have come because I didn't know we were supposed to.
And nobody came on your behalf?
No one
I mean,
appeared.
I would have come myself.
All right. All right, is there anything else you folks would like to tell me? Mr. Williams, anything else from the city?
No, I'm sure that they spoke to their tenant. However, this activity happened, to my mind, almost every day. As I said, I just didn't take pictures every day because it would have been pretty much overkill. The amount of photos that had been collected were more than enough to substantiate that it was in a repeat violator status.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do in this case. I do have the city has proper notice, so I do find that there is proper notice. Respondents are present. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find that the property has a finding of fact from the May 19th, 2021 order in case 21050054, which makes the current case a repeat violation, and I do find, based on the evidence, that the property is in violation, and it is a repeat violation. I understand that the city's position. Based on everything I've heard, I think a $5,000 fine is a bit excessive in this case. I am going to assess, though, a one-time fine of $1,000. And you want to pay that as soon as you can because the city can record that as a lien against the property and it can cloud the title, and you don't want that to happen. But I will say this as well. If I see this case again, I will have no problem based on, because in my opinion, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm giving you a pretty good break based on the evidence that I've received. If I see this again, I will have no hesitation to impose the maximum fine because this needs to stop. So, one-time fine of $1,000.
Can I just ask you a question? So if they do it again, okay, what are my rights to get them out of there?
Well, as a you have a landlord-tenant relationship. I can't give you legal advice on that, but
I knew you'd say that.
Special magistrate,
at the end of the day, you are the owner of the property, and yes, ma'am.
I apologize. I don't know if you are going to indicate how many days they have to pay that one-time fine.
No, I'm not going to put a deadline on it. I think it's in their best interest to pay it as soon as possible. The city has the right to record that order as a lien, and If it is not paid, then it's your discretion when you're going to record that. So that's why I say it would be in your best interest to pay that as soon as possible so that the city doesn't record it as a lien.
We generally record a lien within 30 days, after 30 days.
Do you send an invoice or something, or?
You'll get an order today that indicates the one-time fine of $1,000. Okay, then I don't think there's anything else on this case, so thank you very much. Yep.
Number 6, 831 43rd Street, CE 21070370. Number 6, 831 43rd Street. I'm going to send it in the mail today. If you want to put your email address, I can email it. Unless you just want me to mail it. All right, we're going to mail it. That's the address that's on record.
Good morning, Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance.
Good morning.
831 43rd Street was cited on July 29th of 2021. The property in City Hall was posted on 7/30/21, and certified mail was sent on 7/30/21. The property was cited for 18-103J. The property remained in violation. I've had contact with the property owner. The city is asking for an additional 30 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Okay, so it's the exterior paint?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir. If you tell me your name and address, then you can tell me about the case.
Sure, Anthony Balto, and it's 831 43rd Street.
Yes, sir.
She just caught me in the middle of, stripping and doing it. It's taken a lot longer than I thought. I have every intention of bringing it up to code. I just need some more time to do so. Every time I scrape off a layer, another one pops up, and it's, just taken longer than I expected.
Okay.
So.
City's recommending 30 additional days. You can get that done in the next month?
45 would be safe, but I could push it for 30 if must be.
Ms. Clark, what's your position on the request for 45 days?
The city has no objections to the 45
I
days.
have no objection to giving you 45 days, sir. I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
No.
Anything else from the city?
It'll be done
No,
by
that's
then.
it, thank
right.
you.
And city has proper notice with the signed certified mail. Mr. Balto is present today. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I'm going to allow 45 additional days to bring the property into compliance. After that, though, there would be daily fines of $100 per day and until compliance is achieved, so make sure you get it done in those 45.
I will.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Case number 7, 210 33rd Street, CE 21070245. Number 7, 210 33rd Street.
Good morning, Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. I do have a witness here for the case. It's not a respondent, it's a witness.
Okay.
Okay, all right. This case in reference to a vacant single-family residence that was issued a notice of violation for demolishing a pool deck without a permit, installing windows and a sliding glass door without a permit, a screen door in disrepair on the property, trash and debris primarily from construction on the property, an unmaintained pool that is missing a portion of a fence or a gate to properly enclose the pool, and for working after hours creating construction noise that disturbed neighboring properties. The notice of violation was sent certified mail and posted at the property and posted at City Hall on July 23rd, and gave the respondent 30 days to secure permits for the windows, sliding glass door, and pool deck demolition, 30 days to replace or repair the screen door, 10 days to remove the trash and debris, 10 days to clean and maintain the pool, and require the respondent to secure the pool upon receipt, and cease construction after hours upon receipt. I have not had any contact with the respondent. I have made contact with workers on the site yesterday morning who weren't very cooperative.
Were or were not?
They weren't. As of today, the property remains in violation of the following code sections: Florida Building Code 105.1 and 110.1. No permits have been applied for, nor have any inspections been called in for the violation cited. 18106A, trash and debris from the construction, mainly in the front patio, remain on the property. 18106N, The pool appears to have been drained, but has since refilled with rainwater.
I would say the picture I saw looked like it was pretty close to 3/4 full.
It was, sorry about that. Yeah, it appears they drained it. According to the witness, the pool was dark. I didn't have an opportunity to go in the back at the time I wrote the violation. I was just taking the complainant's word for what it looked like. However, she indicated it was drained at one time when I was out there yesterday, and you can see this through a space in the fence. It appeared that it filled up with rainwater, but where the pool deck is, there's an area for the pool pump, and the pool pump appears to be missing as well. So unmaintained rainwater, we had a lot of rain recently. I'm assuming that's how it refilled.
If I'm not mistaken, city code puts the sort of the benchmark at 2 feet of water when for the barrier to be required. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. I'd have
Seem
to
to remember
look
that
at that code
from
section.
a recent hearing that we had. But so the pool is exposed. There's no construction fence or anything around it?
Right, there isn't, and then additionally, when you're facing on the east side of the property, it's missing, there used to be a fence or a gate there. It appears to have been removed when they were doing construction work. I'm assuming for the demolition to remove the wood and the products from the backyard, and it's not replaced, so it's open on that east side of the property.
Okay.
18 inches or exceeds a water surface. One of these has 100 square feet and one of them has 250 square feet of surface.
18 inches, 1.5 feet.
At 18 inches.
All right, so the city has a witness that you wanted to have testify as well?
Unless we needed her to for the construction noise, which ceased. The construction noise ceased, and the damaged screen door was removed, so those two code sections are in compliance.
So that's 3472A is complied?
Right, 3472A is complied, and 18103E has complied.
E?
E.
Okay.
E echo, yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't know if you need any clarification, but 106A for the trash and debris is still in violation, 106N for the pool is still in violation, and Florida Building Codes 105.1 and 1110.1 are still in violation.
All right. Ma'am, did you want to, you're the neighbor, is that correct?
Right, I live behind the house.
Okay, why don't you give me your name and address, and then you can go ahead and testify.
Audrey Lees, 211 32nd Street.
Yes, ma'am.
And what they were doing is a lot of construction in the back, and they were working past 7 o'clock into 8, 9 o'clock at night. And it just continued and continued for, a couple of weeks, and I was finally called code, and code informed me that they're not allowed to work past 7.
And has that behavior stopped?
Yeah, for the most part, they've kept it, no, not past 6.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here.
Okay.
Mr. Petrick, what's your recommendation for this case?
All right, we're asking that the pool be secured and properly maintained within 5 days, or an abatement order to secure the pool, and a $200 a day fine be imposed. Additionally, the city's asking for an abatement, is asking for 30 days to comply with the rest of the code sections, or a $200 a day fine be imposed for those.
Okay. All right, is there anybody here on behalf of the respondent? All right, there is not. However, with the certified mail on the posting, the city has proper notice. For the record, I also find that the violations of 18106A and N constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. The trash and debris and the unsecured and unsanitary pool. I'm going to accept the city's recommendation in this case for the violations of 18106A and N. I'll allow the respondent 5 days to comply. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess those costs. For the violations of 105.1 and 110.1 regarding doing work without a permit, I'll allow the respondent 30 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $200 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next case, number 4, 500 Flamingo Drive, CE 21070321, number 4, 500 Flamingo Drive.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, 500 Flamingo Drive, cited on July 28th, 2021. Certified mail was received July 30th of 21. Property posted August 20th of 21. Cited for 94271-A, which is permitted use. And I'm requesting 45 days to comply or $100 a day thereafter.
What is the outdoor storage, those spools of?
Yes,
is
large
that conduit?
spools. Yes.
Type of? All right. And I'm sorry, Mr. Williams, tell me again your recommendation.
45 days to comply or $100 a day thereafter.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, sir, go ahead and tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Yes, my name is Andrew Beckwith. I represent the owner of 500 Flamingo Drive. And 45 days would be fantastic to finish removing all the outdoor storage. Where the tenant is currently in the process of moving out, and so they're taking all their things with them.
Mr. Beckwith, how do you represent, or what is your relationship with the owner of this property?
I'm one of the property managers.
And the property owner knows that you're here today on behalf of him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you have authorization to resolve this case here today from the owner?
If resolving means to request the 45 days, then yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
That's it.
Anything else from the city?
No, that's it.
Okay. The city has proper notice with the received certified mail. The respondent's representative is also present at the hearing. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation. I'm going to allow 45 additional days for the respondent to comply with the violation. After that, daily fines of $100 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Next case, number 28906 13th Street, CE 21070229, number 28906 13th Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited July 21st. Certified mail was sent out July 26th. The property and City Hall were posted July 30th. I've had contact with the property owners. Property was cited for 1813E, 1813B, 1813C, 1813I, 1816A, 18162A, 2232A, 74-483, 74-4C4, and 74-4C5. Special Magistrate, at this time, the city is asking for additional 30 days for code sections 1813E, 1813B, 1813C, 1813I, 18162A, and 2232A, or $200 per day until compliance is achieved. And for the remaining violations, 1816A, 74-483, 74-4C4, and 74-4C5. The city is requesting an additional 5 days or abate. I just want to point out, Special Magistrate, I have spoken to the two owners of this property on numerous occasions. The first owner, Mr. Eric Guyray, when I initially spoke to him and let him know what's going on the property, even then he refused to do any of the maintenance. Last week on Friday, he contacted me and trying to get these items done, where I also pointed out to him that they have failed numerous inspections already, and these need to be taken care of, at least the overgrowth on the property, since it's been months. He suggested that I go there and I do it for him, and if I needed him, I need to FaceTime him, because he does not want to be in that area or the neighborhood, which I reminded him that he is a property owner and that needs to be done, which then his mother stepped in, and that seems to be the reoccurring theme here, where they do not believe that they need to be present at the property because of the area that it's in. So that's it.
Cassandra, did either of the owners deny that they were renting?
No, I was invited to the property by the tenants. They called and made the complaint.
All right, I'm just reviewing the photographs.
No problem.
While I'm doing that, just to make sure I was,
Also, I did want to mention that the property owner, Mr. Eric Gary, he did send me pictures that he took of the interior, but like I told him, we would have to verify that this was actually done ourselves, which, again, he refused to do because he doesn't want to be in the neighborhood.
is that all like empty liquor bottles on the wall?
Yeah, someone apparently was murdered there, and that's the shrine.
So the three violations of section 74-4 are the ones the city's asking for a 5-day compliance turnaround and then authority to enter the property and abate, is that correct?
Yes, including 18106A, sir, the clean and sanitary.
And also 18106A.
Yes, sir.
And then all the others, 30 days, you said, and
Yep,
$200.
$200 per day.
Pardon me?
30 days or
and-
$200 per day.
Thank you. I saw that. I saw that. What's the 18103E regarding the external doors and windows? What is the,
So when we inspected the property, as you can see, the windows and stuff, they were boarded up, and the tenants suggested that they couldn't open, which they did try to get some of them open, they wouldn't. And in one of the pictures, you can see the doors kind of off.
I
the
did see
slant. Yeah.
the plywood over the one window.
So that's what that relates to.
Okay. And then 18103I, what are we talking about there?
The refrigerator wasn't working, and apparently one of the tubs there was some issue with them. So equipment maintenance, which, again, they said they've done this, but we have not been able to verify any of it has been done.
All right. Let me come over to the respondent. Ma'am, if you can tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Sure. I am Aisha Giray. Let me tell you about my tenants.
Can I get you to pull the microphone down a little bit? There you
Sure.
go. Thank
Okay.
you.
My name is Aisha Giray. I will tell you a little bit of my tenants.
Ms. Aisha, what
Yes.
is your relationship to Mila West Residential LLC?
I am one of the co-owners, like with my son and my daughter.
Thank you.
Before we rented, we bought new refrigerator, new oven, everything was new. And it's been tough dealing with them. They are very tough tenants. They are on our lease. It says that they are responsible for mowing off the lawn, and they are supposed to pay utilities. And I have a copy of the lease here with me. And they refused. They didn't pay the water, so the city cut their water. And they dug a hole, and they're stealing water from the city. The city just found out about that. So they are going to make it inhabitable, which is okay with me. And as far as I know, they are dealing drugs from there. And one of their friends got killed right in front of the building. That's why because he liked whiskey, they have all whiskey bottles. Nobody can remove them for his honor. And I went there a month ago with a lawnmower to tell them that we are going to lawn the mown. They kicked me out, and I knocked on the wall. Before that, I called, and on their door it says, "Do not dare to knock on the door." So I ran away to my car. On Friday, like we've been calling them nonstop. On Friday, my son went because we are having issues like with a lawnmower. The tenant and her boyfriend started running after, like without getting in. They were outside as well, with something black in their hand towards my son, and my son was very, like he thought it was a gun in their hand, so he ran back into his car, and he ran to the other street and called the cops from there, and his window was down, and they followed him to the car. Because the window was down, they punched him, and everything is on the cameras. When the police came, it's all
So
recorded.
did you call the police about those incidents?
Friday, of course, I have police reports,
okay.
everything. And then I called police at least 10 times, because just next door is an empty slot, and on the empty lot, 24/7, there's at least 4 or 5 people selling drugs. People come, they stop, they money exchange with small pockets, and they move. I saw it with my own eyes, and I called cops, and nothing is done about it. So it's a very, as after my son is beaten up there, the good thing is city said it's inhabitable, and we gave them to a law firm right away after this incident, so they'll be evicted, and they're not letting us go and lawn them on. But I spoke to Miss Cassandra, so she said we can call the police help. Like, if they will come, I will be very happy to pay for it, although it's the tenant's responsibility, but at the end, it's my responsibility, I admit that. So we will do it, but I will need police escort for the lawnmower to do it. And because of that, I need time, and I cannot find people to go there to. As soon as I say 13th Street, people refuse to go. But if I can arrange everything, because of that, I need some time to arrange all of that. Lawnmower, police, because they don't come necessarily. And then talking about the windows, I have pictures that we removed the panels, so the windows are all open now. If with police escort, they didn't open the door that day on Friday. On Monday, I was going to go, but my son said no, because they threatened me and my son. So so if with police escort, I can do it, but I will need some more time. And now we're evicting. The lawyer said, my son's a lawyer as well, but we hired another person who's expert in this. So they are going to evict, they said 1 month, and give us some time and let
That was
us
going to be a
do it.
question that I had for you, is when did you think you were going to have them out of there, in a month?
They said a month. It will take a month, because this is extreme situation. They are not letting us. They are stealing water from the city. They are not cutting they are not letting us even to cut the lawn, the grass. And they are really, really very bad people. Every phone call ends up them threatening us.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, ma'am. And is there anything else from the city on this case?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that these things, what happened on Friday, made them very scared to go to the area. But like I suggested to Mr. Eric Gyre and his mother, when we spoke on the phone numerous times, even on Monday when we set up the inspection, just so everyone could be at ease, I even had the sergeant come with us, scheduled that, just so we all can try to get these things done, which they did not show up. They sent someone else there who had no knowledge of the property. And even prior to that, we've been speaking. I'm telling them, hey, we can get, if the fear is you feel like the tenants may act up, we can ask police to be there. As the city, we have offered all of that. It's just, I'm going to be quite honest, Mr. Gyre did not want to do it. He told me himself, he said it to the whole office that he was not going to go over there. And if I wanted to get it done that bad, then that's my business. It's not this thing with the safety issue just started coming up later on, but we've been speaking about this maybe a week after the notice was sent out. He refused to do it. And I just have to be honest about that. I understand that all these things have happened in the area, but to say that you cannot get contractors, I've cited many people, and they've gotten them out there to cut the grass. Our contractors is gonna have to go out there to cut the grass if you guys don't do it. So I just feel like, we're giving excuses because we don't want to do it. Like your son said out of his own mouth to the whole office, he does not want to.
I went there myself a month ago, and they kicked me out. I went there with a lawnmower, and then the person on Monday is a property manager who went there. He knows this business, and he knows the property, but he didn't know it was this bad, because we need him when we need to. We use him when we need to. Don't tell him, he's been on it, he's been on phone calls. We can show our phone calls to the tenant. Like, how can we not want we hired several people, we asked so many people to go and cut it. If you, like you said, if the city, I'm willing to pay extra if you have contractors, the city as contractor, I'm willing to pay whatever it takes to have it cut. It's a very, very bad neighborhood. I mean.
Thank you, ma'am. Here's what I'm going to do with this case. I do find proper notice. The respondent is present. The city has the proper notice documents in its file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I will make a finding based on the evidence that I've reviewed and heard that the violations of City Code Section 18106A regarding clean and sanitary conditions, 74-4-A-3 regarding litter and refuse, 74-4C4 and 4C5 regarding vegetation, overgrown vegetation, and impairing the right-of-way are violations that constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. Those violations regarding the condition of the property impact beyond the property that affects the neighborhood. So for those violations, I am going to accept the city's recommendation. I'm going to allow 5 days for those to be brought into compliance, and after that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess those costs. For the remaining violations, I'm taking into consideration your eviction time frame. I'm going to give you 60 days to bring the rest of it into compliance. That would give you the 30 that you need to complete that process, plus the 30 days to actually get the work done.
Although I have paperwork that, pictures that the roof is done, the windows are taken care of. So.
And the city will need to, as Ms. St. Hilaire said, the city will need to actually put eyes on that and inspect it and sign off on it.
And would you mind giving us 10 days for the loan, because it's.
No, I'm going to stick with I'm going to accept the. I'm going to stick with the 5 days on that. That's important. That needs to get done. And if you can't get it done in the 5 days, then the city is authorized to go on the property and do it.
Oh, they will do it then?
I don't know if they will or not. I'm saying that the condition of the violations is such that the city is authorized to do that. How they proceed is up to them. But then whatever it costs them to do that, that'll be assessed.
I will.
And if the remaining violations are not cured within the 60 days, then there will be daily fines of $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
Cassandra.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We have the same property owner for number 29, 801 19th Street, CE 21070274, number 29.
Sorry, Cassandra St. Hilaire.
Oh, this is number 29?
Number 29.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited July 23rd. Certified mail was sent out July 26th. Property and City Hall were posted July 30th. I've had contact with the property owner. Property was cited for 18162A, 2232A, and 94302A4. At this time, the city is requesting an additional 30 days for code sections 18162A and 2232A, or $200 per day, and code sections 94302A4, 90 days, or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
Does the fence and wall maintenance require permitting?
Yes, which, again, I've been saying from the beginning since of this citation that they would need to get a permit, which, again, Mr. Guy Ray refused to do and waited till last minute to let me know what he believed we should do. And if I wanted it done that bad, I should go do it myself. This is the recurring theme with this LLC and the owners. Everything is put on the city as though we are the property managers, and we need to maintain these things.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry, absolutely not.
Okay, let me come back to respond. Yes, ma'am, I know you're the same person, but it's a different case, so go ahead and put your name and relationship to the property on the record again for this case.
My name is Aisha Giray, and I am one of the owners. Can I respond?
Go ahead.
Okay. I also have pictures. This has been like this, and we just want to remove, like, they're broken tiles, and it's not a wall that, okay, those bricks, we just want to remove those bricks from there. And I have a letter from Urban Land Consulting, and they said that it's not a retaining wall. They came and examined, and I have their letter, I can give it. And also, I went to the city several times. I showed all the pictures. I spoke to Mr. Roger McPherson and Christopher Cole, and they said it's just remove, because it's not a retaining wall. You can just remove those bricks. It's, so that's what, if we can, we'll be happy to do that. We can put grass over there, it will look beautiful, instead of putting like 2 bricks and getting permits and
Well, there may be different ways to bring the property into compliance, and I'm not going to tell you what's the best way or which way you should proceed, but, however you proceed, it needs to be brought into compliance. If it requires a permit, then so be it. If it doesn't, that I'm not telling you it does or doesn't. I'm just telling you, however you proceed, it will need to be brought into compliance.
Can I
90
give this
days seems to be more than reasonable in this case. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
I can give you this letter, or
I'm happy to take a look at that if you want to show it to Ms. St. Hilaire first, and then I'll take a look at it. Is there any objection to this letter being made part of the record? All right. All right, for the record, this is a letter on Urban Land Consulting, letterhead dated August 30th, 2021. All right. Ma'am, is this a copy that the city can keep, or is this
yes,
the original?
absolutely, it's all yours. Yes, thank you.
Okay, then this will, without objection, this letter will be made part of the record. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me, ma'am? Anything else from the city? All right, then in this case, I do find proper notice, respondent is present. The city has proper notice documents in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I'm going to accept the city's recommendation in this case. I'm going to allow 30 days to comply with the violations regarding the rental license and the certificate of use. I'm going to allow 90 days to comply with the violation regarding the fence and wall maintenance. If either of those deadlines is not met, there will be daily fines of $200 per day until compliance is achieved. Thank you very much.
I paid the fees for rental license, if that, I have a copy of it too.
Okay. There still may be additional inspections that have to occur for that violation to be cured, though. So just stay in touch with Ms. St. Hilaire and regarding all of that.
Okay, do you want a copy of the receipt, or I should give it to Ms. Cass? You have it?
Yep.
Oh, okay, they have it, okay. So rental license, we took care of, and the other parts, you are giving 90 days for?
Yes, ma'am.
For what?
For the fence wall maintenance violation.
So what should we do with the fence now? Like,
As I said, I'm sure there are multiple ways to comply with
Okay.
that. I'm not telling you what's the best way or what way
Okay.
you need to do it. I'm telling you, you have 90 days to get it done.
okay.
So, okay? All right, thank you.
Number 27, 1022 14th Street, CE 21060027. Number 27, 1022 14th Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited June 2nd, 2021. It was hand-delivered on June 9th, 2021. Certified mail was also sent out on June 7th of 2021. I've had contact with the property owner and property manager. Property was cited for 18162A, 2232A, 34102B, 7434A1H, and 7894C and 9471C. At this time, the property has complied with code sections 7894C and 9471C. And 7434A1H also is complied. For code sections 18162A and 2232A, the city is requesting an additional 30 days or $200 per day until compliance is achieved. And for code sections 34102B, 10 days or $50 a day until compliance is achieved.
Okay.
Just one, but
Is
they
that the
did pay for the
vehicle?
rental license. It's just, I know they said there was a death and it just kind of slowed the process of everything. But it was paid for.
And is it the vehicle with the
The hood up.
hood up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me, sir, let me go ahead and get your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Yes, good morning. My name is Johnny Williams. I'm with the property management company that maintains this for the owner. You need my address?
Hey, go ahead and put it on the record, please.
1285 West Side Way, Royal Palm, Florida, 33411.
Okay, and you're with the management company for this
Yes,
property, for the owner. Go ahead.
management company called Rental Depot. I need some clarification now on which ones I'm still in violation of.
18162A, 2232A, the
Wait
rental.
a minute. It's tough to find these numbers.
No problem. It's at the top.
At the top on the front page?
What, okay, where are you? It's on page 11.
There's no page numbers here.
So the testimony that I heard, sir, the violations that remain have to do with getting the rental license and getting the certificate of use and having the inoperative vehicle on the property.
This one. Here.
So the rest are okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The owner had been notified to get the license straightened out. I thought he had done it. I think he's applied.
He did. I said that. He applied.
Okay. So I'll push that along. How much longer do we have on that?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the magistrate to.
City's recommending 30 additional days to get that completed.
Okay. Which thing was it that you needed in 10 days?
The inoperative vehicle.
Inoperable, okay. Okay. So those are my main items then, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the inoperable vehicle, finish the license process, and continue to try to get them to clean up a little. It was complicated by the lady in the front house passed away last week, so I'll have to push things along. But we'll get it done.
Okay, I appreciate that, sir. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
No, that should do it.
Okay.
But, and is there a way that the city could look at a tree that's in the, by the front sidewalk?
parkway?
As well? 'Cause, yeah, it looks like it's gonna fall over.
We'll talk about that.
I'll let you guys discuss that offline outside of the hearing, sir, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
Is there anything else from the city on this case?
I'm sorry?
Anything else from the city?
No.
All right. Then in this case, I do find proper notice with the hand delivery. The property manager is also present at today's hearing. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18162A and 2232A regarding the rental license and certificate of use, and also 34102B regarding the inoperative vehicles. I'm going to accept the city's recommendation in this case. I'm going to allow 30 days for compliance with the rental license and certificate of use violations. I'm going to allow 10 additional days to comply with the inoperative vehicle violations. If the certificate of use and rental license violations are not cured within 30 days, there will be daily fines of $200 per day until compliance is achieved. If the inoperative vehicle violations are not cured within 10 days, there will be daily fines of $50 per day until that violation is cured. For the record, I find that the property has complied with the other code sections that were cited in the notice of violation.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Williams? Okay, that's all we have for contested matters at this time. Next case, number 3, 420 Roseland Drive, CE 21060396. I don't see Mr. Frasca. Mr. Frasca, anyone? No?
It's complied.
What, it's complied?
Yes.
Okay. Number 5, 4515 North Terrace Drive, CE 21070270.
Good morning, Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 4515 North Terrace Drive was cited on 7/23/2021. The property and City Hall were posted on 7/27/2021, and certified mail was sent on 7/26/2021. The property was cited for 18-162A, 22-32A, 34-102B, 78-6, and 9471C. Excuse me. The property has since complied with 34-102B and 94-71C. The property remains in violation of all other code sections. I've had contact with the property owner. The city is asking for an additional 30 days or $200 per day until compliance is achieved.
So the outdoor storage and the inoperative vehicle were complied?
Correct.
Okay. All right, I will find proper notice in this case. I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except that the property has complied with 34-102B regarding inoperative vehicles and 94-71C regarding outdoor storage. I'll accept the city's recommendation in this case, allow the respondent 30 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $200 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Yes.
Number 8, 1820 North Congress Avenue, 302 CE 21080145.
Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This repeat violation case is in reference to an apartment that is being rented without a rental license or certificate of use. It was last found in violation on January 4th, 2017. The property complied on May 13th, 2017. A fine of $100 a day totaling $11,500 was assessed. A lien was recorded and it remains unpaid. Additionally, there's a history of code violations on this property dating back several years. The police referred this violation to our department. I verified the apartment is being advertised for rental on apartments.com. Subsequently, I issued a notice of violation via posting at City Hall and at the property on August 13th. I have not heard from the respondent. As of today, the property remains in violation of code sections 18-162A and 22-32A. No rental license or certificate of use has been applied for or issued. Property was issued a $100 a day fine the last time it was found in violation in 2017. Therefore, the city is asking for a fine of $150 per day, starting on August 13th, the day the property was posted,
What
until
was the day,
compliance is-
August 13th, you said?
Yes, sir, August 13th.
Thanks. And I'm sorry, tell me again, you get certified mail on this, or is it posted?
Both. The certified mail was sent, and there was a signature on it in the
Okay.
case file. And the property was posted on the property as well as City Hall.
All right. Then I will find proper notice with the received certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I find that that violation is a repeat violation. I will assess daily fines of $150 per day beginning August 13th of 2021 and continuing each day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 9, 227 Lakeland Drive, CE 21080094.
Good morning. Sunny Bench, City of West Palm Beach, Code Enforcement. This property was cited on August 10th and posted on August 11th. Certified mail was sent on August 11th. The property was cited for 1051, 051, 18106B, 18162A, 2232A, and 94442E. I have not made contact with the property owner, but I have made contact with a contractor that is in contact with the property owner. Also, I've met with the tenant that lives in the rear structure of the property. The property is in compliance for Code 1051, 18106B, and 94442E at this time. Codes 18106A and 2232 are still out of compliance. The contractor and the owner is in agreement with the city's recommendation. The city is recommending an additional 90 days to gain compliance, or $100 per day until compliance is achieved. Based on the contractor, the owner would like to do several renovations to the main structure that will prevent compliance for the rental license. So that is the reason why the city is recommending 90 days to gain compliance.
Sonia, were both the property and City Hall posted?
Correct.
Thank you.
So everything complied except rental license and
Yes.
certificate of use?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the August 30th pictures look much better. All right, I do find proper notice with the posting and the certified mail. Based on the evidence and the testimony, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18162A and 2232A, but has complied with the other 3 code sections that were cited in the notice. I'll allow an additional 90 days to comply with the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 10, 3213 South Olive Avenue, CE 21080096.
Sunny Bench, City of West Palm Beach, Code Enforcement. This property was cited on August 10th and posted on August 11th. Certified mail was sent on August 11th. The property was cited for 7434A1H, 94302A4, and 94442C1. I have not made contact with the property owner. The property gained compliance for code 7434A1H. At this time, codes 94302A4 and 94442C1 is still out of compliance. The city is requesting an additional 30 days to gain compliance, or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Sonia, were both the property and City Hall posted?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, with the posting and the certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on testimony and the evidence, I will find property remains in violation as cited, except for property did comply with 7434A1H regarding the trash can in public view. I will allow 30 additional days to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 11, 380 Lee Road, CE 21050413.
Good morning, Officer Lester, West Palm Code. This property was cited for maintains clean and sanitary condition, roof, wall, and foundation rotten wood, external doors and windows, replacement or repair, exterior painting, clean and sanitary condition of trash and debris, landscape requirements, numbering standards, landscape maintenance, single family landscape in need of landscaping, landscaping of swell and parkway, and outdoor storage. All violations are still current except for the painting, exterior painting. I take that back. That's not complied. Because he has to replace some rotten wood and a door, so he has not painted that particular area. The only violation complied is the numbering standards. Mr.
The numbering
Eddles-
standards is the only one that complies?
Only
Okay.
compliance. Mr. Eddles, I've had numerous conversations with him and his son. Unfortunately, he went in the hospital on Sunday, and his son called on Monday and asked if we could have 6 more months in order for him to get into compliance in reference to replacing the T111 wood. You may not know what that is, but it's a portion of the siding of the house by the side door that needs to be replaced, and that door and the framing around the door. So, in the finishing of the painting. He's already started maintaining the landscaping. So I'm asking for the 6 more months over $50 per day. Property was posted on 8/9, and City Hall was posted on 8/9.
6 months or how much?
$50
50?
per day, yes, sir.
Okay.
Officer Luster, was certified mail sent?
It didn't return. It was sent, but not returned.
It was returned unclaimed, you said?
Yeah.
And
It
then
was
you
claimed,
posted-
it was returned with COVID posting.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of certified mail now, it's not signed, but it's returned with a COVID posting. So I don't really know what that means, other than,
If I may,
go ahead.
that means that they did deliver it, but they didn't get a signature because they didn't want to make contact due to COVID.
And was regular mail sent?
Absolutely.
All right. I will find proper notice then in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except that there was compliance with City Code Section 78-6 regarding numbering standards. I will accept the city's recommendation. I'm going to allow 6 additional months to bring the property into compliance. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 12, 330 Orange Way, E CE 210600085.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. This property was posted on 8/9/2021 and City Hall. The property was cited for exterior paint, excessive growth, litter, trash, and debris, garbage can placement, landscape maintenance, overgrowth, cleaning up one halfway of easement, landscape needs landscaping and swell, and outdoor storage. The complied violations, I changed that. The outstanding violations, not in compliance, is exterior paint, cleaning up halfway of easement, and outdoor storage. All other violations are in compliance. I'm asking for 60 more days or $50 per day after.
Okay.
And I have had no contact with owner.
Officer Luster, was certified mail sent?
Yes.
Was
with a
regular
COVID
mail
return.
sent? Was regular mail sent?
Yes, absolutely.
So the only things left is exterior paint, clean up to the center of the right-of-way, and outdoor storage.
Correct.
Okay. I will find proper notice in this case. I will find, based on the testimony and the evidence, that the property has complied with the violations that were cited in the notice, except that the violation of City Code 18103J regarding exterior paint, 744C5 regarding cleaning the property to the center of the right-of-way, and Code Section 9471C regarding outdoor storage do remain in violation. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow 60 additional days to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 13, 1044 Macy Street, CE 210600432.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. This property was posted on 8/9/2021 and City Hall. Return mail was COVID stamped. Certified mail was COVID return. Property was cited for cleaning unsanitary condition, painting, litter, trash, and debris, can in public view, garbage, debris, and overgrowth, numbering standards, fence maintenance, fence and/or wall maintenance, landscape in need of maintenance, landscape maintenance requiring unpaved parking, restricted vehicle, outdoor storage, and that's it. Complied violations are cleaning sanitary condition, painting, litter, trash, and debris, overgrowth, fence and wall maintenance, landscape maintenance, and outdoor storage. Out of compliance at this time is trash in public view, numbering standards, landscape maintenance, and restricted vehicle is still visible on one side of property. So I'm asking for 30 more days or $100 per day. I've had no contact with the owner, and that's what I'm asking.
So it's just those 4 that remain in violation, the
Yes,
last
sir.
4 that you mentioned?
Yes, sir.
Trash can, numbering standards, landscape maintenance, and restricted vehicles.
Yes, sir.
Is it the boat that's?
Yes, it needs to be screened on 3 sides, and at this point, he's only have it screened on 2.
Okay. All right, I will find proper notice with the posting after the return certified mail. I will find, based on the evidence and the testimony, that the property remains in violation of City Code Section 7434A1H regarding trash can in public view, 78-6-2 regarding numbering standards, 94446-2 regarding landscape maintenance, and 9447B3 regarding the restricted vehicle and the screening of the boat on the trailer. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 30 additional days to cure those violations. Following that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. For the record, I will find that the remaining violations noticed on the notice documents have complied.
Thank you.
Number 15, 10812 Grand Boulevard, CE 2107035.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On July 28th, the property at 10812 Grand Boulevard was cited for landscape maintenance, replaced dead palm in front yard. Property was posted in City Hall on August 13th. Certified mail was sent July 29th. Certified mail was received August 3rd. I did receive contact from the property owner as well as the HOA. They all are requesting additional time. With that being said, city's recommending 60 days to have the property in compliance, or $100 a day until compliance is achieved.
What was the fine amount?
$100 a day.
100, thank you. So they need to replace that palm tree that's cut?
Yeah, dead palm tree in the front yard.
Yeah. All right. With the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow 60 days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 16, 5021 Ellerly Terrace, CE 210809194.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On August 13th, the property at 5021 Ellery Terrace was cited for outdoor storage and trash can placement. The property and City Hall was posted August 17th. Certified mail was sent August 16th. Certified mail was returned August 21st. I've had no contact with the property owner. The property has since come into compliance, but it was not compliant on the reinspection date. So with that being said, city's recommending a finding of fact.
What date did the notice of violation require compliance?
I believe it was the 17th, if my memory serves me.
And that's the date of the photograph, still shows the garbage can.
Correct.
But that came into compliance after the 17th?
Yes, compliance was as of the 17th.
All right, then, with that testimony and evidence, I do find that you have proper notice. With the posting following the return certified mail, I will find property is now in compliance, but did not comply within the time set forth in the notice of violation, and therefore a finding of fact is issued.
Thank you.
Number 17, 501 53rd Street, CE 21060350.
City of West Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was signed on June the 23rd. Certified mail was sent June the 23rd. Certified mail was received June 28th. This property was cited for 18-106M, 74-34A-1J, 94-302A-4, and 18-106B. Compliant violations are 18-106M and 18-106B. Remaining violations are 74-34A-1J and 94-302A-4. The city is requesting 20 days or $100 per day after. I've had no correspondence with the property owners or property managers on this.
Robert, was the city hall posted?
Yes.
Was the
City Hall
property
was posted
posted?
on August the 8th.
And the property?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Thank you.
All right, I will find proper notice. In this case, I will find, based on the testimony and the evidence, property remains in violation of City Code section, hang on a minute. So the landscape, they cut the grass?
Yes, they cut the grass. They repaired some of the fence. They haven't repaired the fence on the east side of the property, and their trash cans are still outside.
All right. Based on that testimony, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 7434A1J and 9430-302A4, but has complied with the other two code sections cited in the notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 20 additional days to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 18, 611 53rd Street, CE 21060430.
City of West Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on June the 28th. Certified mail was sent June 29th. Certified mail was returned. City Hall was posted August the 23rd. This property was cited for 18-106A, 18-106-B, 94-302-A-4, 74-34-A-1J, and 18-106M. Compliant violations are 18-106M, 18-106B. Remaining violations are 74-34A-1J, 94-302A-4, and 18-106A. The city is requesting 20 days or $100 per day after. I've had no correspondence either with this property manager or homeowner.
Robert, was the property posted?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the fence violation?
It's in disrepair. See the part hanging right there by the, right there on the left of that.
Oh,
and
I
also
see.
by
That's
the mailbox.
the panels just sort of leaning up against the rest
Yeah,
of it.
it used to be open and closed, and now they just leaned it up. And in the recent pictures there, they have it leaned up as well.
But they also cut
Yeah,
the
see
grass?
the panels are right there on the side.
Yeah, I
of
saw
them.
that. Okay.
Yeah. They did cut the grass, though.
Okay.
They just left all the other trash and debris in the swells and all over.
All right. With the posting following the return certified mail, I'll find proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except for City Code 18106B and 18106M, which are complied. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 20 additional days to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 19, 632 54th Street, CE 21060435.
City of West Beach Code Compliance to Robert Watkins. This property was cited June 28th. Certified mail was sent June 29th. Certified mail was received July 3rd. Property at City Hall was posted August the 16th. This property was cited for 82-144, 22-32-A, 18-106A, 74-34A-1J, 94-71C, 18-106-A, 18-162-A, and 78-94C. All violations are still remaining. The city is requesting 30 days or $100 per day after.
And this is a rental property, and they don't have a business tax?
They
didn't
don't have
pay any-
anything.
They've never,
Yeah, I spoke with the tenants there. When I cited, they moved a couple of things, but it all just came right back. And I actually gave my card to them to let the homeowner know, and I've never heard anything back.
all right, so this isn't a delinquent situation, they've just never, ever?
No, they just never had one.
Okay. Okay, I do find proper notice in this case with the received certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 30 days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Numbers 20, 21, and 22 are rescheduled.
All right,
Or what?
Rescheduled.
I'll
Rescheduled.
take it. Number 23 is complied, 1345 10th Street, CE 21060482. Number 24 is complied, 910 4th Street, CE 21080118. Number 25 is complied, 1404 8th Street, CE 21080136. Number 26, 600 South Mangonia Circle, CE 21080265.
Good morning. Officer Phil Cartwright, City of West Palm Beach, Code Enforcement. The property at 600 South Mangonia Circle was originally cited on August 19th of 2021 for landscape maintenance, excessive overgrowth, and failure to comply. Service was achieved by certified mail. The property was posted on August 19th of 2021, as well as City Hall. All violations are still current. The city is asking for an immediate abatement.
Is this occupied property or is it?
No, sir, it's vacant.
Vacant?
Yes, sir.
You did get signed certified mail back or received certified mail?
The certified mail came back.
Oh, it came back
Yes, sir.
unclaimed, so, but and then you posted?
Right.
Okay, so you
That
have
is
proper
correct.
notice. Okay, I will find property remains in violation as cited. I will make a finding that based on the evidence that that violation regarding excessive growth and landscape maintenance constitutes threat to public health, safety, and welfare. In terms of immediate abatement, is there an issue with that? If this is vacant, is there any point in giving them 5 days to comply?
The only reason that we're asking for an immediate abatement, Special Magistrate, is because we've been getting complaints from both neighbors on each side of the property that there is a nest of raccoons in the back.
Okay.
And both properties have pools, and these raccoons are coming from out of the heavy vegetation on the back of this property, coming into their pool area.
Okay.
If you ask for 5 days and they don't comply, then you could go for a chronic. You have to not comply to the magistrate's order.
Okay, I mean, we can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the only reason was just because of the complaints that were coming in. Yeah, I guess we can do the 5 days, that's fine.
I think that's probably more appropriate. We'll,
Okay.
I do find proper notice in this case. I think I already said that, and find that the property is in violation and that the violation constitutes a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. Will give the respondent 5 days to comply. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate those violations, and assess the costs.
Thank you, sir.
Number 30, 509 19th Street, CE 210800055. Number 30, 509 19th Street.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on August 5th. Certified mail was sent on August 6th. Property and City Hall were posted August 11th. I've had no contact with the property owner. Property was cited for 1816A, 1816B, 18215B, 74-4C4, and 74-4C5. At this time, the city is requesting an additional 5 days or to abate. The property is vacant, so I don't think anyone's maintaining it. Well, obviously not.
Okay.
We recently, well, not recently, but we boarded the property as well.
The
And
city board did the
Yeah,
boarding?
the city boarded the property, and so no.
All right, yeah, I do find, I will find proper notice with the posting and return certified mail. Property is in violation as cited based on the evidence. I find that those violations constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I will allow the respondent 5 days to comply. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Number 31, 330 Pine Street, CE 2108057.
Cassandra St. Hilaire, Code Enforcement Officer with the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on August 12th. Certified mail was sent on August 13th. Property and City Hall were posted August 19th. Property was cited for 74-4C1, 1816A, 1816B, 74-4C4, and 74-4C5. I've had contact with the property manager. The property has complied with code sections 1816B, 74-4C4, and 74-4C5. For the two remaining violations, the city is requesting an additional 15 days or $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Is this a vacant lot?
Yeah, it's a vacant lot. As you can see, the trees are so badly overgrown, they're encroaching into like the neighbor's property, touching their home, and it's considered a hurricane hazard, which they are trying to do. It's just the property manager got sick and wasn't able to set someone out there, but they have been getting to it now.
And what is, I was just looking for a picture of the 18106A, the trash and debris.
Oh, well, it says trash and debris, but just for clean and sanitary, with the cleanup of when they trim the trees and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you do have proper notice with the posting and the certified mail. Based on testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 74-4C1 and 18106A, but has complied with the other violations that were cited in the notice. I'll allow 15 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 32, 3009 South Terrace Drive, CE 2108035.
Mark, is Ray coming?
That's what he's looking at.
What is it? Are we waiting for him, or do you want me to go to the next?
Why don't we go to,
What is it? I can't hear.
Go to the next.
All right.
That'll be 37.
Number 38, 1205 Worthington Street, CE 21080262. Number 38, 1205 Worthington Street.
I'll get there. Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1205 Worthington Street was initially cited on 8/19/21. The certified mail was sent on 8/20/21. The certified mail was returned. Property as well as City Hall was posted on 8/19/21. Let's see here. The property was cited for 18106B, excessive growth, 18106K, landscaping maintenance, 34102A, junk and abandoned vehicle, 78-94C, swells and parkways, maintenance, and 94-71C, outdoor storage. As of last evening, the following section had complied: 34-102-A. The vehicle was completely removed from the property. Also, I did note that it did appear that they were making some pretty substantial progress last night. They were doing a lot of cutting and cleaning. That said, though, these sections still remain open: 18106B, 18106K, 78-94-C, and 94-71-C. In light of the fact that it does look like, at some point here in short order, hopefully they will come into compliance. The city's willing to give them an additional 20 days in order to comply, or a fine of $50 per day be imposed.
What is the, I'm just looking for the outdoor storage.
There's a tire, there's some wood, there's some buckets that had
I see.
Yeah.
Got it.
So there's just kind of multiple things there at the property.
I see. Okay. Yeah, the pictures just didn't get there yet. All right. With the posting following the return certified mail, I will find the city has proper notice. I will find that the property remains in violation as cited, except for compliance with 34102A regarding the abandoned or junked vehicle. I will allow 20 additional days to cure the outstanding violations. After that, $50 per day until compliance is achieved. Thank you.
Number 39, 1204 Wellington Street, CE 21080263.
39 is complied.
Number 40, 1212 Wellington Street, CE 21080269.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1212 Wellington Street was initially cited on 8/19/21. Certified mail was sent on 8/20/21. We do have a signed certified mail receipt on file. The property, as well as City Hall, was posted on 8/19/21. Property was cited for 18106B, excessive growth, 22-32-A, certificate of use, and also 18-162-A. As of last evening, the following sections had complied: 18-106-B. Grass had been noted cut. The remaining sections, 22-32A and 18-162A. That said, application was made on 8/27/21. The only thing that is still outstanding is a rental inspection needs to be conducted there at the property. In light of that, the city would be happy to grant them 30 additional days in order to get the inspection, or a fine of $50 per day be imposed.
All right. With the signed certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except for compliance with 18106B regarding the excessive growth. I'll allow 30 additional days to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 41, 1306 Wellington Street, CE 21080270.
41 is complied.
Number 42, 1312 Wellington Street, CE 21080271.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1312 Wellington Street was initially cited on 8/19/21. Certified mail was sent on 8/20/21. We do have a signed certified mail receipt on file. Property as well as City Hall was posted on 8/19/21. Property was cited for 34-102A and 94-71-C. All violations remain at the property. City's willing to grant an additional 20 days in order to comply, or a fine of $100 per day be imposed.
All right. With the signed certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on testimony and the evidence, I find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll allow 20 additional days to cure the violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 43, 1323 Wellington Street, CE 210800272.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1323 Wellington Street was initially cited on 8/19/21. Certified mail was sent on 8/20/21. Certified mail was returned. Property as well as City Hall was posted on 8/19/21. Property was cited for 74-34-A-1-J garbage can placement, 94-304-E-1-B above ground pool, which are prohibited, and 94-442-C-1 landscaping areas, and 94-482-A. I did get an opportunity to speak with the owner of the property. He did acknowledge that he was in receipt of the notice. He indicated that he was going to begin to bring the property into compliance. I did notice on last evening the following sections have complied, 94-304-E-1-B, the above ground pool was completely removed, and 94-482-A noted no unapproved parking. The remaining sections 74-34-A-1-J and 94-442-C-1. The city's willing to grant an additional 20 days in order to comply those two sections, or a fine of $100 per day be imposed.
All right. With the posting following the return certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 74-34-A-1-J and 94-442-C-1, but has complied with the other two code sections cited in the notice. I'll allow 20 additional days to comply with the outstanding violations. After that, assess daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 32, 3009 South Terrace Drive, CE 2108035. Number 32.
Good morning. Ray Leung, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 3009 South Terrace Drive was initially cited on 8/3/21 with a notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 8/5/21. Certified mail was also sent on 8/4/21. Property was cited for 18106B, 18215B, and 9471-C. Contact has not been made with the owner, and all code sections remain. Special Magistrate, the overgrowth of this property poses a potential threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the community by being a possible haven for rodents, pests, etc. Therefore, the city requests an additional 10 days to come into compliance or abatement for 18106B and 18215B. For 9471C, the outdoor storage, the city requests an additional 15 days to come into compliance or $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
50?
50, please.
Thanks. Certified mail returned, or did they get it?
Certified mail sent, says returned.
Returned, and then you posted the property.
But it's posted
so
on 8/5/21.
I will find proper notice in this case. Based on testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I find that the excessive growth does constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. And I think just for consistency's sake, I'm going to allow the respondent 5 days to comply with that violation, and after that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violation and assess the costs. For the outdoor storage, I'll allow 15 days to comply. After that, daily fines of $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 33, 3601 Windsor Avenue, CE 21080104.
Ray Leung, City, West Palm Beach, code compliance. 3601 Windsor Avenue was initially cited on 8/10 of 21 with the notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 8/11/21. Certified mail was sent on 8/11 of 21. Property was cited for 18106B, 18215B, and 2635B, the repeat violation. Contact has been made with the owner who did comply to violation on 8/20 of 21. Special Magistrate, this case is a repeat violation from previous case CE 21060449, which was heard on 7/21 of 21. Therefore, the city requests a daily fine of $50 from the first date of violation was observed on 8/10 of 21 to comply by date of 8/20/21, 10 days, a sum of $250.
150, did you say?
$50 a day for
50?
10 days, it's $250. I'm sorry, $50 a day for 10 days, $500.
500, yes, yeah. Okay. I will find proper notice in this case. I will find, based on the testimony and the evidence that the property remains in violation as cited, I will find that the violation of excessive growth and failure to comply is a repeat violation that existed between August 10th and August 20th. I will assess daily fines of $50 per day for those 10 days for a total of $500.
Thank you.
Number 34, 3600 Westview, CE 21080113.
Ray Leung, City, West Palm Beach, code compliance. 3600 Westview Avenue was initially cited on 8/10 of 21 with the notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 8/11/21. Certified mail was sent same day, 8/11 of 21. Property was cited for 18106B, 18106A, 18215B, and 7434A1J. Contact has not been made with the owner, and all code sections remain. Special Magistrate, as of yesterday, all code sections remain, and the overgrowth on this property does pose a potential threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the community by being a possible haven for rodents, pests, etc. Therefore, the city requests an additional 10 days to come into compliance or abatement for 18106B, 18106A, and 18215B. For 7434A1J, the garbage can, the city requests an additional 10 days to come into compliance or $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right, thank you. I do find proper notice in this case. I will find, based on the evidence that the property remains in violation as cited, I find that the violations of 18106 A and B and 215B constitute threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I'll allow the respondent 5 days to comply with those violations. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs. For the violation of City Code Section 7434A1J, I'll allow the respondent 10 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 35, 1722 Pinehurst Drive, CE 21080161.
Ray Leung, City, West Palm Beach, code compliance. 1722 Pinehurst Drive was initially cited on 8/12 of 21 with the notice of violation posted at the property and City Hall on 8/13 of 21. Certified mail was sent same day, 8/13/21. Property was cited for 18106B, 18215B, 34102B, and 78-6. Contact has not been made with the owner, and all code sections remain. Special Magistrate, the overgrowth on this property poses a potential threat to the health, safety, and welfare of the community by being a possible haven for rodents, pests, etc. Therefore, the city requests an additional 5 days to come into compliance or abatement for 18106B and 18215B. For all other code sections, the city requests an additional 10 days to come into compliance or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
All right, I will find proper notice in this case. I will find property remains in violation as cited. I find that the violations of 18106B and 18215B regarding the excessive growth constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I will allow the respondent 5 days to comply with those. Thereafter, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs. for the violation of 34102B regarding the inoperative vehicle and 78-6 regarding numbering standards. I'll allow the respondent 10 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Number 36, 1569 40th Street, CE 210800162.
36 is complied.
Pardon, that complied?
Yes.
Thank you.
Number 44 is complied, 245 Elmar Road, CE 210404424. Number 45 is complied, 241 Palmetto Lane, CE 210406662. Number 46 is complied, 124 Churchill Road, CE 210400672. Number 47, 4401 Lake Avenue, CE 210700259.
Good morning. Code Officer Richard Pasmino with City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on July 23rd. Certified mail was sent July 26th and received August 13th. Both property and City Hall were posted on July 30th. This property was cited for 18162A, 18106B, 2232A, 7434A1H, 94304E1B, 94446-2, and 94-71C. I've had contact with Paul with the Sherman Waterfront LLC, the owners. He states that they applied for the email. It's not in our system yet. They sent the application on the 19th of August, so they're still waiting for that. All the violations are complied as of yesterday, except for 18162A, the rental license required, and the 2232A. So they're working on it. The city's requesting 30 additional days, or the city is asking for a $150 a day fine until compliance is achieved.
All right, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property has come into compliance as cited, except for 18162A regarding the rental license and 2232A regarding the certificate of use. I'll allow 30 additional days for those outstanding violations to be complied. Thereafter, daily fines of $150 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 48, 733 Glenridge Drive, CE 210700291.
Richard Pasmino, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was cited July 26th. Certified mail was sent July 27th and received July 31st. Property and City Hall were both posted on July 30th. This property was cited for clean and sanitary conditions, excessive growth, junk abandoned vehicle, trash can in public view, landscape maintenance, and unpaved parking. I did meet with the owner's uncle who lives in the area and maintains his properties. On August 19th, I discussed the violations at the property. They're having an issue with the tenant. As of yesterday, all violations still remain. I've had no further contact since meeting the owner's uncle. The city's asking for 30 additional days to come into compliance with all these violations, or the city's asking for a $100 a day fine.
All right. With the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. You also had posting. So you definitely have good service. Based on the evidence and testimony, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 30 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 49, 410 Puritan Road, CE 210700381.
Richard Pasmino, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was cited July 29th. Certified mail was sent July 30th and received August 2nd. This property, the property and City Hall were both posted on July 30th. This property is cited for 18103B roof repair, walls and foundation. External doors and windows were boarded. 18106A, clean and sanitary conditions. Exterior paint, 18106G, landscape maintenance, 94446-2, unpaved parking, 9442A, and outdoor storage, 9471C. I spoke to the property manager early August. I've had no contacts since then. On Monday, there was a crew working on the roof. but all violations still remain. The city is recommending 45 additional days for this property to come into compliance, or we're asking for a $100 a day fine.
All right, I will find proper notice with the received certified mail. Based on the evidence and the testimony, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow 45 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Number 5909 West Lakewood Road, CE 210800059.
Richard Pasmino, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was cited August 5th. Certified mail was sent out August 6th and received August 10th. Property and City Hall were both posted on August 6th. This property was cited for 14-1. There are chickens being kept at the property. 18106A, clean and sanitary conditions. 944462, landscape maintenance. 94482A, unpaved parking. And 9471C, outdoor storage. I've had no contact from the owner or tenants of the property. All violations remain except for 94482A. There was no unpaved parking witnessed at the property. The city is recommending 15 additional days to comply with these violations, or we're asking for a $75 a day fine.
All right, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except the property has complied with section 94482A regarding parking requirements. I'll accept the city's recommendation and allow 15 additional days for the respondent to comply. After that, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 515805 Garden Avenue, CE 210800061.
Richard Pasmino, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was cited August 5th. Certified mail was sent out August 6th, but was returned August 11th. The property and City Hall were both posted on August 6th. This property was cited for junk abandoned vehicle, landscape maintenance, external doors and windows, there's a broken window, and 9471C, outdoor storage. I met the owner during my reinspection this past Monday. All violations do remain. He states that he hasn't had time, but he's working on fixing them. The owner agreed with the city's recommendation of 15 additional days to comply with the violations. If not, the city is asking for a $75 a day fine.
Did you say 50?
75.
75.
Yeah.
And 15 days to comply?
Yes.
Okay. Is that car on the side of the house, is that the inoperative?
Yes, he's saying he's just gonna get it removed and junk it.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Junk vehicle, yes, flat tires.
Yep. All right. You have posting following returned certified mail. You have proper notice. Based on testimony and evidence, I find property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow the respondent 15 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 525901 Garden Avenue, CE 210800077.
Richard Pasmino, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was cited on August 5th. Certified mail was sent August 6th. It was signed for, received August 9th. Property and City Hall were both posted on August 6th. This property was cited for 18106A, clean and sanitary conditions, 86-226, parking on parkways and swales, 94462, landscape maintenance, and 94482A, unpaved parking on the property. I've had no contact. All violations have complied except for 94446-2. There's still dead, missing grass in some areas of the property. The city's recommending 30 additional days to comply that violation, or we're asking for a $100 a day fine.
All right, you have signed certified mail, you have proper notice. Based on the testimony and evidence, I'll find the property has complied with all sections cited in the notice, except for 94-446-2 regarding landscape maintenance, which remains in violation. I'll allow 30 additional days for the respondent to cure that outstanding violation. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Number 53, 733 Rockland Drive, CE 21080-129.
Richard Pasmino, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This property was cited August 11th. Certified mail sent out August 12th. Signed received August 17th. City and the property and City Hall were posted on August 19th. This property was cited for 18215B, 74-4-C-4, 18106A, and 18106B. I've had no contact. There have been no changes. All violations still remain. There's a tree that's hanging onto the road, blocking the bike lane. The city's recommending 14 additional days to comply these violations, or we are asking for an order to abate the violations since they do cause a threat to the safety of the community. It's right across from a school, and like I said, it's in the bike lane.
Property's occupied though, right?
Yes, the notice has been removed and there's cars in the driveway.
Yeah. All right, well, you have certified mail that was received, and you also have posting, so you have good service in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation. As cited, photographs depict a violation that constitutes threat to the public health, safety, and welfare, so I will make that finding. I give the respondent 5 days to comply. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate those violations, and assess the costs.
Thank you.
Number 54 is complied, 1020 McIntosh Street, CE 21080-160. Special Magistrate number 55 through 69, the remaining violations are all for the same property owner. I'm not sure if we hear these together or call them individually.
13. And they're all rental license and certificate of use.
Yes, sir.
Are they all the exact same violation? Are they
Yes,
all
sir.
the same situation?
All the same situation.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and call them all, and we'll take them all.
Number 55, 1346 The Point Drive, CE 21050-105. Number 56, 1350 The Point Drive, CE 21050-106. Number 57, 1354 The Point Drive, CE 21050-107. Number 58, 1360 The Point Drive, CE 21050-109. 59, 1368 The Point Drive, CE 21050-110. 60, 1372 The Point Drive, CE 21050-111. 61, 1374 The Point Drive, CE 21050-112. 62, 1380 The Point Drive, CE 21050-113. 63, 1388 The Point Drive, CE 21050-114. 64, 1392 The Point Drive, CE 21050-115. 65, 1225 The Point Drive, CE 21060-077. Number 66, 1233 The Point Drive, CE 21060-078. 67, 1001 The Point Drive, CE 21060-079. 68, 1005 The Point Drive, CE 21060-081. 69, 1009 The Point Drive, CE 21060-082.
So, Mr. Levine, for all of these, first tell me how we got notice for all of the cases.
Okay, sir. 55 through 64. Numbers 55 through 64. They were cited on 510. Certified mail was signed for on 515. And applications for these properties were processed on 723, and an email dispatched to the property manager about these licenses being processed and to call for inspection. However, to this date, I have not heard from the property manager with regards to an inspection. So the city is requesting 30 days to come into compliance, or $200 a day thereafter. Numbers 65 through 69, they were cited on 5 6/8. Certified mail was signed for on 6/15. The applications for license were processed on 6/17, and an email dispatched to the property manager informing him that the applications was processed and to get in contact with me for an inspection. I'm yet to hear from the property manager. The city is requesting 30 days to come into compliance, or $200 a day thereafter.
All right, so 65 through 69, you have signed certified mail for,
Every last one of them have signed certified
them,
mail,
all
but
of
it's
them
just
do.
different dates.
so 55 through 69, you have signed
No,
certified.
55 through 64, they were signed for on 5/15.
Okay,
65 through 69 was signed for on 6/15.
okay, then I will find proper notice for each of these cases. And is it 30 days that you're requesting for all
30
of
days to
them?
come into compliance for all, yes. It's just an inspection.
Right, so they've all applied.
They have all applied, and we are approaching 120 days without him calling to say, well, look, we need
So
to-
we need inspections on each of the cases
Yes, sir.
to comply them. So based on that evidence and testimony, I will find each of these remains in violation as cited. I'll accept that recommendation, allow 30 additional days to comply to complete the process. After that, daily fines of $200 per day until compliance is achieved for each of them.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Why don't we take a 5-minute break until 11:30, and then we'll do the 11:30 agenda.